The potion that I previously only kept 5 of in my inventory at any time and deleted its ingredients en masse has now become completely essential because now there's 2 Adversaries Events in February, and that means that I'm brewing them like it is the end of days. So I'm gonna make a cocktail potion about it. Hey there everybody, my name is Zoe, this is Snitches and Witches, and I am crouched down at my dinner table because I don't have a proper tripod right now. Subscribe to my Patreon. I've done quite a few of these cocktail videos now. I'm just hoping to get a little bit of a better shot here. So if you want to see the other cocktails that I have made, there will of course a playlist linked somewhere, so you should go check those out. Wit-sharpening Potion. This one is a little more difficult because the only thing that even resembles food in this is the ginger, and I've already done a ginger cocktail and I don't want to do 2 ginger cocktails. Sorry, ginger. The fun thing is the description for newt spleen. That one did make my brain spin off into fun directions, and the description of newt spleen is a particularly slimy ingredient in Wit-sharpening Potion. And that is the entirety of the description. So, slimy. That is not a texture that you would normally expect in a cocktail, but it opened the door to something very, very interesting. Coffee jelly. What kind of Zoe video would it be without the ingestion of idiotic amounts of caffeine? So, what kind of cocktail could we possibly make with coffee jelly? We're making a white Russian poured over coffee jelly. That's it, that's the video. Okay, bye! The best part about this cocktail is that it comes with a non-alcoholic variant. So cheers, to all of you NA people who just want to have something fun. So we're gonna try one of those too. So agar is a weird beast, and that is what I used to make these delightfully firm, jiggly, slightly slimy little coffee cubes. You have to go and get it usually at an Asian market or at another market that would probably sell restaurant supply stuff. I went to my Asian market. You have to make it to the specifications on the back of the packet because each type is a little bit different. I used Telephone brand. It's what they had. I made enough coffee on this channel. You know how to make my coffee. Made my normal coffee and then threw it into a saucepan with my agar. Bring it up to a boil and then add the sugar to taste so that it clarifies and will have just a teeny tiny bit of sweetness. This is to your specifications. I don't put a lot of sugar in my coffee, so that's all up to you. Mine called it for it to be chilled for 15 minutes, so I threw that dish into a bread pan and then chilled it for 15 to 20 minutes. And then I slapped it on my cutting board and hacked it up into these little cubes, and now there you go. Now we have to go into making a White Russian, and White Russians are ridiculously simple. They're basic as hell. So we can even build it in a glass. You don't need a special mixer at all. You know what, I'm changing my own recipe. I'm not going to share. Building ours in a glass. Measuring thing, go for the vodka first. Ounces of vodka in a glass. And then you're gonna go for an ounce of Kahlua or coffee liqueur of your choice. Really, Kahlua is gonna be your best bet for a White Russian. And another ounce of dairy of your choice. Some people use whole milk. I am choosing to use half and half. Some people use heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream I think is too heavy. Cashew creamer or coconut creamer would also be a really, really great choice here if you need to be dairy free. Throw in ice and we stir. Now, if you were going to drink this without the coffee jelly, I would say get a nice big whiskey size ice cube and pour it over the top of that so that way you don't dilute the drink any further, and I think that would be great. Or you can even just pour it into a coupe or something else, and that would be great as well. We're gonna serve it over our coffee jellies because that's how I wanna do things. I'm gonna use a basic stemless wine glass because I feel like that'll work just fine. How many coffee jellies you put in is completely up to you. These have been sitting in my fridge for a couple of days now as I've been prepping. So you got some quality coffee slime in the bottom of that. Coffee slime. And I'm gonna strain this right on top. And I am gonna use one of my cocktail toothpicks. These are bamboo. There we go. Just to garnish it and give you something that you can munch on, and it falls into the glass. You know what? It's a really, really good vodka White Russian. I actually like to do a variant on the White Russian instead that I think is significantly better. Rather than using flavorless vodka, we use bourbon. My good friend here, bourbon. Bourbon very rarely lets me down. Doing a White Russian but replacing the vodka with 2 ounces of bourbon just ups the flavor ante just a teeny tiny bit. Non-alcoholic variant. We're gonna mix that really quick so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get non-alcoholic variant, fairly simple, don't need much. Iced coffee, half and half, and then of course, simple syrup. If you're making yourself iced coffee, having simple syrup is so much easier if you need to sweeten it because it doesn't have to dissolve. You don't get the granulated sugar at the bottom of your cup. Because this is replacing our Kahlua and our base spirit, we're gonna throw in 3 ounces of coffee. If you have an espresso machine, you can just pull yourself a double shot and that should substitute, no worries. We're gonna throw in 1 ounce of half and half or the dairy of your choice or whatever creamer substitute you want. It's also great. Put some of our coffee jellies into the bottom of a dessert cup. This is going to be too much liquid for this little cup, I can already tell. And that is an iced coffee over the top of some coffee jellies. And this coffee is from this morning. It's a little old. It got thrown right into the refrigerator, but I didn't add the simple syrup. Sweetened to taste. For this amount, barely a 1/4 ounce. I don't like my coffee super sweet. It's just not my thing. So there you go, Wit-sharpening Potion done 2 ways. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Zoe, Wit-sharpening Potion is green. And yes, it is in the brewing cauldron. It is most definitely a lovely shade of green, something that I would akin to something with chartreuse or perhaps mint in it. But no. The bottle from the game is green glass, and then the liquid filling it up seems to be opaque and milky, and so that's why I went with a milky sort of cocktail. So at the time I'm recording this, we don't have any information on the event. If we do get information on the event, there will be people who have made videos, and I will link them in the doobly-doo. Don't you worry, so you should go get your tips and tricks there. There's 2 Adversaries events in this, which has raised some concerns. My kids are loud because they're having a lot of fun. So we did get the tasks for the adversaries. I have a new production notebook and I'm very happy about it. We've got some good tasks. Defeat 35 foes, master notes 8 times. I still don't know how I feel about the master notes 8 times. Edible Dark Mark, 1500 challenge XP, 7x Stimulo adversary combat, 7x Stimulo in adversary combat, 3 Wit-sharpening potions, 25,000 damage to adversaries, return 10 artifact fragments from Gilderoy, 10 artifact fragments from Slytherin's Basilisk Chain. Britta over at Witches Unite did a freaking fantastic video breakdown. She did the math for this, so you should go and watch her video. I will of course put a link in the description. We're gonna be doing a vlog for this go. I'm fairly certain I can because I've got greenhouse right there, so I think I should be okay. Really quick, I am gonna throw in Britta's tip. There's a bug for the trace charm that you should definitely take advantage of. If you throw your trace charm at an orange or yellow beam, then there is a chance that one of those will become an adversary. So if you need some help with adversaries other than edible dark marks, that's the way to go. Last time I played, I feel like I got fairly frequent drops of edible dark marks, so don't worry about it. They are $3 a pop. I still have 7 edible dark marks. I know that I'm an outlier because this is my job. Have fun. I had a lot of fun coming up with this cocktail set. I hope you have a lot of fun making it. Thank you so much to my patrons who allow me to make these kind of videos because alcohol is expensive. So thank you, patrons. Love you always.